welcome. I'm Rick Lukowski. I'm with MadVR Labs. I'm here with my colleague Adam and Keith Gates. You're in for a very special presentation today. This room was designed by Mr. Gates, who is well renowned for his really immaculate theaters, super high performance, attention to detail, everything mapped out into the most things you would not even think about normally, like the way the whole system is grounded, or particles in the air, that level of detail. And this is the first time that Mr. Yates has provided a room for public demonstration. So normally these are for his private clients. So we're really grateful and honored to be a part of this amazing setup that we have here. As I mentioned, I'm Rick with MadVR Labs. Anybody want to guess where our company is headquartered?
DC.
Did I hear someone say Rockville? Yeah. Crazy enough, we are based here. I'm local, lived in Maryland my whole life. And so this has kind of been really fun for me because I don't usually get to come out and do too many shows. It's great not to have to travel too far. So thank you for being a part of this.
You got a science degree at College Park where I live.
Oh yeah, College Park.
No.
There it is. Terrapins. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's in the room. I'm going to turn it over to Adam. He's going to tell you also more details about the Kaleidescape. I'll tell you a little bit more about the MV, and then we're going to show you some really cool clips that really take this performance of the room. Because this room, I believe, is something like the MSRP of all the equipment in here is about $250,000, something like that. However, all the gear scales up, right? So, for example, there is the Kaleidescape. It starts at $2,000-$3,000. The MV starts at $5,000, and bigger one is so. Don't just think that this is grandiose. I mean, this is, but you can get this close to the same performance. You know how it is. Same with audio, right? That last
diminishing returns
costs like this. So there's still products in this room that you can get for your living room, for your mixed media room. It doesn't have to be dedicated theater. And so I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about the gear in here. This is a system from Alcon's. The audio speakers. These are line arrays. I believe this is, what did we come up with, Adam?
14 by 6.
Yeah, something like that. There are...
we just did the count, too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of subwoofers behind the screen. This is, I think they have 8 18-inch subs in here. There's 2 behind you. Yeah. So it's really, the amount of detail and clarity you can hear is mind-boggling. And I know that you guys are probably audiophiles, so I hope that you have enjoyed, that part of the presentation. The projector in here on the video side, this is the Christie Eclipse M4K 860. It's about, this projector is, I think, what was the MSRP on it?
About 12, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it's about 12. It has a lot of brightness and lumens, so it's a good thing to fill a good screen. The HDR performance. There's a Kaleidescape. Adam's going to talk to you about that. That feeds the Storm, is an audio video processor. There's a Storm ISP Mark III, which is phenomenal. They're really well known for being best in class for home theater AV gear. And they also have great, have you ever heard of Dirac? So they have built-in Dirac. So they can calibrate, or you can calibrate it and use those kind of controls, do all the audio, and really spectacular. And then this information feeds into the MadVR MV. The MadVR MV does a video processor. I'll tell you a little bit about that. And then it feeds a signal to the Christie. Okay. So the MadVR MV is a video processor. It goes in line, like I was mentioning, right in front of your display. And its job is to make things more convenient, but also bring out the ultimate picture quality. HDR tone mapping, upscaling, motion processing, all these things that typically get overlooked. If I didn't point them out, you would walk out and be like, oh my God, that projector looked unbelievable. Right? But you wouldn't realize that there are certain elements that the MV's doing. And we're going to start by showing you like a good A/B of like what you think looks good, and then like, oh my God, okay, that is the next level. Adam, do you want to tell a little bit about the Kaleidescape?
Why don't you do that, and I'll just tell them.
Okay.
I'll show them a few clips. So
Okay.
let's go right to the MadVR.
Okay, sounds good. So let me go to.
Besides, I think I talked to all of you outside in the hallway about Kaleidescape. I'm waiting to come in, but anyway.
Okay.
No, it's okay. I think this is just 6 of one, half a dozen, right?
So I'm gonna play this and for about 10-15 seconds, find the spot that I want to pause in.
Should we shut the light down?
Yeah. I get so immersed
You passed.
in this, I forgot to actually
Yep.
pause it.
Oh, there it was.
Okay. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. So I want to pay attention to the HDR tone mapping. This is a process that needs to happen that maps the mastered level of the video to the capabilities of the display. Okay, so HDR processing is its own science. This is an area that many displays struggle with. And so whether you're talking about a $3,000 OLED TV or you're talking about a, $400,000, whatever the Christie Eclipse Mammoth, you'll find an NV paired with it to really get the most amount of performance out of it. So I'll give you an example. Right now that the NV is doing the tone mapping, but I'm going to switch it over. I'm going to turn off the NV's tone mapping. Okay, and I want you to pay attention. I'm going to point out certain things here. Notice the color of his robe and the color of the fire. And then I want you to also focus on the detail in the grill and this whole general area here. Now, if you really look at it, it looks kind of flat, right? Like it's almost too bright. Can you see that? Like there's no real depth, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off instead of the projector display doing its own tone mapping, and push this button, I'm going to enable the NV's tone mapping, and you'll see the difference. Okay, so right away, now we've restored the richness that's supposed to be in here. All this detail, this color detail is much more vivid and rich. And look in particular here, now maybe you can kind of understand where I was coming from about it looking kind of flat, blown out. You now have all this depth and detail in here. You see more detail, fine detail in these areas and so forth. Okay, so I'm going to go back and forth one more time. All right, just kind of washed out and go back. So the NV has several different hero features, the HDR dynamic tone mapping being one of them. The other is our aspect ratio handling. Okay, so hopefully nobody noticed anything interesting or special about this image because you're not supposed to. And we'll show this all day long and nobody will mention it. But really, it's supposed to look like this with the aspect ratio. Okay, this is a 16:9 screen with a scope movie, 240 movie. And so, I'm sure you guys have all seen this at home. It's very frustrating. You spend money on a 70-inch, 100-inch TV and put on a movie, and right away you're like, boom, there it is. It's being Conklin black bars on the top and bottom, and it's very frustrating. So one of the key things the NV does is it manages the aspect ratio, and we have proprietary nonlinear stretch that works bidirectional, and that makes it so that the geometry, the geometric distortions you would normally have with people like towards the edge looking really wide, that's being now shared across both axes, and you get something like this that looks very natural. Okay, now some people will point out, you're cutting off some detail on the sides or whatever, and that's okay. That's a preference. So, for example, if you don't want to lose any pixels at all, you can simply do this. So as I go back and forth now, you see every single detail on the end remains. right? So these are just kind of like out of the box settings, but you're free to change them up. And while we're in there, I'll also show you, you can see here, these are the different zones. So you can define, okay, I want you to stretch in that area on the outside. Don't stretch in this area. So if you're not stretching in here, it's going to be more aggressive. You can see it kind of moving more aggressive right to the ends. So typically this is, where we find good balance. And then likewise too, you can change and manage the strength, and also same thing vertically. Don't stretch here. So generally what we're doing is we're keeping the main focal point in the middle of the screen untouched. And so that's where your eyes mostly are, and the sides are just like for your peripheral vision. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and I'll put this back to where I had it. And then that's a big difference, right? So we talk about in here, it's all about immersion, audio immersion, video immersion, And so my wife, she would not let me put an MV in the living room for the longest time till we came out with the little baby version. She's like, "Oh, that's cute. You can put that in here," and she loves it. If I were to try to drive it out for a show, she's like, "Where are you going with that?" Don't worry, it's coming back. So it's a really interesting 180, because you can imagine she's tired of hearing me talk about the MV, right? And so, but what she really loves the most of it, I mean, she appreciates the HDR. She really loves the aspect ratio management, because she absolutely can't stand this. And I think for consumers that also are not fully aware, appreciate why this happens. Different aspect ratio content, trying to fit different aspect ratio screens. It's even more infuriating. Like, why? Why does this have to be there, right? And so anyway, that's kind of, I like to start the presentation by showing you some of what's going on under the hood, because otherwise you would ideally not even realize we were doing this kind of magic. And with the MV, you can be sure that every single frame of every single movie is rendered optimally as director intended. Any quick questions before I hand it over to Adam, who's going to talk about the Kaleidescape? All right.
I have a question. What's happening to the unit that's leaving the show? Because I hate those black bars. That's my question.
Yeah, well, it's not my wife's. So
All right, guys. Well, I'm Adam. I'm with Kaleidescape. I'm the regional manager here for this area. I know I spoke to many of you outside. A couple of you I don't recall speaking with, but this room is incredible, and but it's only as incredible as its weakest link, and the weakest link would be the source material, right? And how that's coming into the room. Are you streaming it? Well, that's a weak link. All right. So what Kaleidescape is we have hardware which has hard drives built onto the system. Then you buy or rent all of your content to the Kaleidescape store. In the store we have 15,000 titles, concerts, movies, TV shows, and of the 15,000, 9,000 are available for rental for $8 a rental. Okay, so you don't have to be a collector to enjoy Kaleidescape, but if you are a collector, then Kaleidescape is almost going to be a must. All right. And basically how it works is, that's it. You buy the hardware, the full mezzanine file or the full master file that the studios send to the movie theaters, we get them, we curate them, actually make them even a little better, then we encode them to the Kaleidescape store, and then you download them directly to the hard drive in your home. And that's how it works. The hard drives are locked down. They're proprietary drives, commercial grade drives made for Kaleidescape, and you cannot put any personal information or ripping or burning of anything onto the Kaleidescape hard drive. Okay, so that's how we operate. Cost of the movies and the content is dictated by the studios, like they do everywhere else. But on average, it's $10 to $40 for a movie. It's about $20 to $25 for concerts. I love the concerts. I have a bunch of concerts on my system, and quite frankly, it really feels like you're at the concert. You darken the room and you turn up the volume, and aside from not getting beer spilled on your neck and a marijuana smoke, it's exactly like being at a concert. So anyway, sorry about the marijuana smoke. I know it's legal here, right?
You want some?
You got enough for everybody?
I do. I haven't had my coffee yet.
So I'm just gonna run a few clips here, and it's easier for me to put this just in the list view, but we do have a really, I'll just show it to you real quick so you can see it. So here's the covers view. So this is the entire collection, right? So you can just kind of move around and get to what you want to. And I don't know if this is Jason's personal collection. I don't know if he does. So then you have the tiling. So when you get to a particular movie or genre or studio or whatever, all those movies that are similar or related in some way are going to all start tiling around. Now, personally, I actually turn this off at home because just when I'm about to get the movie I want to, it tiles and then that movie's gone and it kind of annoys me. But a lot of customers and clients love it. But this is essentially the interface for the Kaleidescape. I'm going to go back to this menu. It's just much easier. All right. First thing I'm going to play you is from The Greatest Showman. This is something that you guys see a lot. I was showing the opening scene, but I think I'm going to switch it up a little bit and play Never Enough. All right. I don't care that she's not singing it. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
You could hear her just take a little tiny breath right at the end too.
That's exactly it, right? It's all those details that get lost when you don't have the data. In Kaleidescape, you have all the data. And again, this is what the director intended you to hear in your home or in the theater. So,
What was that clip?
it's called Never Enough on The Greatest Showman.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, let's play a couple other things, and then we will. Let's go. Okay, so here's a concert. So Hans Zimmer, really, I don't know if everybody's seen this. It's kind of, again, it's kind of a staple around here. I'm going to play you a couple things. One thing about the concerts, by the way, is that and some of these are really old, so the video quality is just really bad. Because they didn't really care how they videoed these concerts. It was all about the audio track. So every concert that's in the store, and the audio track's incredible. And I'm not going to say that Hans Zimmer has a bad video quality. I'm just saying that in general, as an overall, sometimes you just don't get the best looking image, but you're certainly going to get one of the best sounding images. So I know, let's see, I'd like to do Jack Sparrow. All right.
What was that called again? Just Jack Sparrow what?
It's just Jack Sparrow. It's Pirates of the Caribbean. So this is from the Pirates. I know, I could watch her all day too. I definitely could. So again, concerts are awesome. Love the concerts, and again, you're getting every bit of that audio track as well. So I'm going to show you a movie. All right, Let you. I guess we'll do the what would we call the quintessential.
I have a question.
Yes.
Were you turning off the MadVR? Because I saw the inputs change.
I was not.
Oh, okay.
No.
It just seems strange.
It's just I think I don't know. I didn't set up the room.
Okay.
But no, the MadVR is on.
Got it.
Throughout this entire.
Thank you for clarifying.
Absolutely. All right. So, I mean, one of my favorite movies, but I also love this scene, mission. But I'm going to try to fast forward a little bit. I'm not going to keep you guys here in the seat for 7 minutes. So,
I've seen this movie before.
I mean, I think everybody has.
Yeah, this scene especially.
But what I want to do, is I like the end of the scene where the rockets are flying everywhere.
Okay, yeah.
And that's my favorite part of it. But
Mav, tally 2, 5 o'clock.
okay, I don't know what I did then.
Are you? Come on, Rooster. Bandits inbound. We gotta make up time now. Let's turn and burn. Hands up, Phoenix.
Sir, bandits are 2 minutes from target. Daggers are 1 minute from target.
Come on, Rooster. Move it or lose it.
Guys, we're falling behind. We really gotta move. If we don't increase our speed right now, those bandits are gonna be waiting for us when we reach the target. Talk to me, Ted. Come on, kid, you can do it. Don't think. Just do it. Jesus, Rooster, not that fast. That's it, kid. That's it. All right, let's go. Yeah, Rooster, take it easy.
Sir, Dagger 2 is re-engaging.
All right, now hit your target and come home.
Seconds to target. Bob, check your laser. Air to ground check complete. Laser code verified. 1688. Laser is a go. Watch your heads. Holy shit! Shit! Payback, you with me? Right behind you. Phoenix, stand by for pop-up strike.
Dagger 3 in position.
Popping in 3, 2, 1. Get me eyes on that target, Bob. Dagger 3! Stand by, Mav! Come on, Bob, come on. Stand by! I've got it, captured! Target acquired, Bob's away. We've got impact! Check direct hit! Direct hit!
That's miracle number 1.
Dagger 2, status! Almost there, Mav, almost there! Fanboy, where's my laser? Rooster, there's something wrong with this laser! Shit! Deadeye! Come on, guys, we're running out of time!
Get on, man! I'm trying! Come on, fanboy!
Nearly there! Come on, bad boy, get it online! There's no time, I'm dropping blinds. Rooster, I got this! Pull it away! Bombs away!
Bullseye!
Miracle number 2.
Now they're in Coffin Corner.
We're not out of this yet! Here it comes. Radar warning. Smoke in the air. Phoenix, break right.
Emergency jettison! Dagger 3 defending!
Here comes another one.